Welcome to English Evolution, Step 1. Today, we begin with something small but powerful. Imagine this. You're in a new country. You want to speak English. You want to ask for help, but you don't know how to say, "I need water," or "we are lost." Without pronouns, your words feel heavy. Your sentences feel broken. That's why today's lesson matters. Personal pronouns are the keys. They unlock clear, simple English.
So, Sarah, you're saying pronouns are like shortcuts.
Exactly. Shortcuts that make English flow. Let's explore them together. Here's the problem. Beginners often repeat names too much. Example, Maria learns English. Maria likes English. Maria watches videos. It sounds heavy. It feels unnatural.
Right. In real life, we don't talk like that. Imagine telling a story. Joseph goes to the shop. Joseph buys bread. Joseph eats bread. People would laugh.
Yes, that's the problem. Too many names, no pronouns. What happens if we don't use pronouns? Our speech becomes slow. Our writing feels strange. People may not understand us.
I remember when I first learned English. I said, "My friend plays football. My friend is tall. My friend is happy." The teacher smiled and said, "Joseph, use he." Suddenly, my sentences felt lighter.
Exactly. Without pronouns, English feels heavy. With pronouns, English feels natural. So what's the solution? Learn subject pronouns. They answer one big question. Who does the action?
Let's go step by step.
Subject pronouns. We'll start with I. I means me. I talk about myself. Examples. I learn English. I like English. I watch this lesson.
Let's make it real. Yesterday, I was tired, but I said I will study. That small word gave me power.
Yes, I is strong. It shows responsibility. Next is we. We means you and me, together. Examples. We learn English. We practice every day. We improve slowly.
I love we. It feels like teamwork. When I studied with friends, we said we can do it. It gave us hope.
Exactly. We builds connection. Now, you. You means the person I speak to, one person or many. Examples. You learn English. You watch this lesson. You listen carefully.
Sarah, I remember when my teacher looked at me and said, "You can succeed." That "you" changed my life.
Yes, you is personal. It touches the heart. Next, they. They means many people or many things. Examples. They learn English. They study together. They help each other.
I think of my classmates. They studied late at night. They encouraged each other. That's the power of they.
Exactly. They shows community. Now, he. He means one boy or one man. Examples. He learns English. He reads a book. He listens carefully.
I had a friend, Ali. He worked during the day. He studied at night. He never gave up.
Beautiful story. He makes it clear we talk about one man. Next, she. She means one girl or one woman. Examples. She learns English. She watches lessons. She practices speaking.
My sister wanted confidence. She practiced every day. She spoke to herself in the mirror. She grew stronger.
Yes, she shows one woman's journey. Finally, it. It means a thing, an idea, or an animal. Examples: it is a book. It helps beginners. It looks easy.
I remember my first English book. It was small. It was simple. It gave me hope.
Exactly. It is useful for objects and ideas. So, what did we learn today? Problem: too many names make English heavy. Consequence: speech feels slow and strange. Solution: use subject pronouns. Result: clear, natural sentences. Takeaway: pronouns are keys. They unlock English.
I like that. Pronouns are keys. Without them, the door stays closed. With them, the door opens.
Yes, and now you have the keys. Use them every day.
Practice with I, we, you, they, he, she, and it. Tell stories. Share your life. Make English flow.
Well done. You're ready for the next step. Let's keep growing together. Now, Joseph, let's practice together. I'll say a sentence. You repeat after me. Then we'll talk about why it works and why sometimes learners get confused.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Practice with I. Repeat after me. I learn English.
I learn English.
Good. Now, I like English.
I like English.
Perfect. Many beginners confuse I with me. They say, me learn English, but that's not correct. I is the subject. It comes before the verb. Me is used after the verb or after a preposition.
So, I learn English is correct, but he helps me is also correct.
Exactly. I does the action. Me receives the action. Practice with we. Repeat after me. We practice every day.
We practice every day.
Good. Now, we improve slowly.
We improve slowly.
Learners sometimes confuse we with us. They say, us practice every day. That's wrong. We is the subject. Us is the object.
So, we study together is correct, but the teacher helps us is also correct.
Exactly. We does the action. Us receives the action. Practice with you. Repeat after me. You watch this lesson.
You watch this lesson.
Now, you listen carefully.
You listen carefully.
Here's the confusion. In English, you is both singular and plural, one person or many people. Beginners ask, how do I know?
Yes, I asked that too.
The answer is context. If I look at one student and say, you are smart, it means one person. If I look at the whole class and say, you are smart, it means all of them. Same word, different situation.
So, you is flexible.
Exactly. Practice with they. Repeat after me. They study together.
They study together.
Now, they help each other.
They help each other.
Here's the confusion. Learners sometimes mix they and them. They say, them study together. That's wrong. They is the subject. Them is the object.
So, they study English is correct, but I see them is also correct.
Perfect. You got it. Practice with he. Repeat after me. He reads a book.
He reads a book.
Now, he listens carefully.
He listens carefully.
Here's the confusion. Learners forget the S in the verb. They say, he read a book. But in present tense with he, she, and it, we add S.
So he reads a book, she watches TV, it looks easy.
Exactly. That small S is important. Practice with she. Repeat after me. She practices speaking.
She practices speaking.
Now, she learns English.
She learns English.
Here's the confusion. Learners mix she and her. They say, her learns English. That's wrong. She is the subject. Her is the object, or a possessive.
So she learns English is correct, but I like her is also correct, and her book is new is correct too.
Exactly. 3 different uses. Practice with it. Repeat after me. It is a book.
It is a book.
Now, it helps beginners.
It helps beginners.
Here's the confusion. Learners sometimes use he or she for objects. They say, he is a book. That's wrong. For things, ideas, or animals, when gender is not important, we use it.
So it is a table, it is an idea, it is a dog.
Exactly. Simple and clear. Mini story practice. Let's make a short story with pronouns. Repeat after me. I wake up early.
I wake up early.
We eat breakfast together.
We eat breakfast together.
You listen to music.
You listen to music.
They go to school.
They go to school.
He plays football.
He plays football.
She reads a book.
She reads a book.
It is a sunny day.
It is a sunny day.
Perfect. That's how pronouns make a story flow. So, today we practiced subject pronouns. We repeated sentences. We explained confusion points. We learned the difference between I and me, we and us, they and them, she and her.
And we remembered the S rule for he, she, and it.
Yes, that small detail makes your English correct.
I like how pronouns make English lighter. Without them, sentences feel heavy. With them, sentences feel natural.
Exactly. That's the takeaway. Pronouns are keys. Use them every day. Practice with stories. Repeat sentences. Notice the difference between subject and object.
And remember, English grows step by step.
Well done today. You practiced, you repeated, and you understood the difference between subject and object pronouns.
Yes, and I noticed how small words like I, we, you, they, he, she, and it make sentences flow.
Exactly. Without them, English feels heavy. With them, English feels natural.
So the takeaway is simple. Pronouns are keys. They unlock English.
That's right. Keep practicing every day. Tell short stories. Use pronouns to make your English lighter and clearer.
And remember, learning is a journey. Step by step, you grow stronger.
Thank you for joining us in English Evolution Step 1. Stay curious, stay confident, and keep speaking.
We'll see you in the next lesson.
Let's keep growing together.